I'd like to talk to you about attention and awareness. Now, probably these are two ideas that you usually don't make much distinction between. They're sort of two different words for the same thing. But the way I use them, they're referring to two quite different things. Each represents one of two different ways we have of knowing, of experiencing the world, of experiencing ourselves. Attention focuses on one thing, while awareness takes in everything else in the background. Just as when you focus your eyes on one thing, you're still aware of everything else around you. Say you're focusing your attention on what I'm saying. At the same time, you're peripherally aware of sounds in the background, sensations in your body, the thoughts that come up in your mind in response to what I'm saying. What attention does is it selects one object and it zeroes in on it. It isolates it out from everything else. And it examines it more closely. It might analyze it, it identifies it, it evaluates it, and then of course it moves on to something else. But all of these other things are present in the background, and they're creating the context for whatever it is that you're focusing your attention on. In order to meditate properly, what you want to do is to stabilize your attention while maintaining a very strong peripheral awareness. And these two things work together. As long as your attention is constantly moving, you don't have very good peripheral awareness. It's the same way as vision. Once again, we use that analogy. When your eyes are constantly moving from one object to another, your peripheral vision doesn't function all that well. If you fix your eyes on a particular object, while you're doing so, the larger picture starts to become much clearer. In the same way, stabilizing your attention is necessary for developing very strong peripheral awareness. The two work together, and when you meditate, you want to train your mind to be able to use both of these faculties. Now, this is quite different than what people often do. There's a tendency to think, okay, in meditation, I'm supposed to focus on my meditation object and forget about everything else. But that's not really the right way to meditate. You want to focus on the meditation object and still continue to be aware of everything else. And that everything else is all of the different kinds of information that's coming into your mind from your sense organs. And it's also all of the information about what's going on in your mind itself, your thoughts, your emotions, and also just the general state and activity of your mind. Now, there's another thing about attention and awareness. They're both drawing off the same resource. We'll call that resource conscious power. So you just have so much conscious power. When you focus in really closely with attention, peripheral awareness contracts and fades. On the other hand, when you open up peripheral awareness, then the sharpness and clarity of the focus of attention is not as great. So there's a trade-off between the two. So what you want to do in meditation is not just train yourself to have peripheral awareness while you're focusing your attention on some particular thing. You want to increase the total power of consciousness that you have for both of these functions, so that you can examine something very closely without losing peripheral awareness. This is what is called mindfulness. Mindfulness is the ability to use attention and awareness together in an optimal way.